we survived through that, and on the backside of that have now thrived, and it's interesting that this year, 20th anniversary, there's these big four shows in Europe, and Megadeth Slayer show, Carnage dates and stuff like that. There's just a lot of stuff of the thrash metal genre really uniting right now this year, and really kind of planting the flag and saying, man, this is our music, this is our culture, this is our time. And
that was one of my questions I was going to say. 2010 seems to be the resurgent year of thrash metal, because all six of the big six, or big five, however you want to put it, are all still putting out albums that are strong and powerful and out touring. And I think even with all genres of hard rock and metal, I'm starting to hear with the new albums that vibrance again that we used to have 20 years ago when people were really into it. It's like, it's safe to be, to get out there again and be genuine and passionate. And you were saying a moment ago about Dave. I often think a lot of times that Dave gets misunderstood by a lot of people. They don't understand that he's a very passionate and emotional person.
Absolutely.
And he's very genuine about what he does. So he takes everything he does very personally.
Sure he does. Yeah. I've sat in the room with him and he'll say something that's funny, and you'll laugh, and then you would read that in print and you'd be taken aback, like, why would he make such a comment, But his, I mean, he's definitely got a personality that fills the room, and you're right, he is very much a heartfelt, very passionate guy, and that's very unique for a metal guy, especially because a lot of metal guys want to just put on their tough guy faces and sort of dress up as being the tough guy. And Dave is very passionate, I mean, he's written a lot of songs like Trust, Almost Honest, even Peace Sells when he wrote that. Man, to write lyrics like that, which were basically saying, man, as humans, we're all very vulnerable, and that, there's a vulnerability about Dave's lyrics and just how he communicates with his fans, and it's genuine, and that's what people really like about him, and that has been a common theme through the Megadeth years, and it's something that when you just kind of lay it out there on a human level, man, people, you can't help but be attracted to that and be drawn into that, So, and unfortunately, obviously, Dave, he is the master riff writer. I mean, he writes. I noticed that right when I met him in '83. I was like, wow, man! I mean, check these riffs out that he's writing, and they just seem to pour out of him. And he's one of these guys that when he writes, you look and you go, I could have come up with that, but he did. You know what I mean? And that's something that's cool to watch. And I've worked with a lot of other people in my career that music just kind of pours out of them like that. Even Max Cavalera was a guy, and I worked on some Soulfly stuff, and he was like that too, where these ideas just flow. They're simple. They're not. The genius is not in the complexity. The genius is in the simplicity of it. And that is really people that can tap into that. It's a cool thing to be in the room and be part of that.
When we were talking a minute ago about Rust, that was sort of do you see it as such a sort of a milestone for the band or a turning point in what you were doing?
Maybe in hindsight. At the time, we weren't thinking about it.
What was your mindset at the time?
Well, it's weird. That record was written during part of the So Far So Good So What record. Our drummer on that record, Chuck Beather, actually played on the original demos. A 3-song demo, I think, was Holy Wars, Tornado of Souls, and Polaris Rest in Peace, I think is what the 3 songs were. And then, as we transitioned that lineup, Nick Menza came in. We spent months trying to audition a new guitar player. No success, and then during that process, we finished writing the rest of the record through 1989, and then literally, in I think like February of 1990, Marty Friedman fell into our laps and fell.
Marty Friedman from Cacophony.
No. He actually submitted I remember Dave and I went up to our manager's office, and we had exhausted probably every opportunity. I mean, we thought, look, we're just going to go in and end up making Rust in Peace as a 3-piece, and we'll probably just have to get some guitar player when it comes time to go on the road. I mean, that was really what it had come down to. We went up to our manager's office, and there was this, on the corner of his desk was this Marty Friedman solo record. I guess Dragon's Kiss maybe, and maybe a Cacophony record or something. But we saw it and we went, Marty Friedman, he was from Hawaii, right? And so we knew of him, and our manager's like, I've been telling you guys, this record's sitting here, and then you might want to check him out. And so we arranged an audition, and he came in, and he really just nailed it. I mean, he had the right spirit, he looked the part, he just was, everything just fell into place, so it was really cool. So a little background music here. So,
Close the doors.
So it's interesting that, you know, again, that was just we were just transitioning through what was, you know, gonna, you know, we were just basically going in to make another record. And sometimes things line up, and that record just happens to fall right out of us on the tape.
I think Andre wants to steal you.
We're done. All right. Well, time to go make some music.
I appreciate it.
Yep.